Currency. For more details, visit gocurrency.com. By Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. By Ashley Furniture. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com. And by Tom Dinsdale Automotive. Find us on the web at dinsdaleauto.com.
Good evening and welcome to Grand Island for this presentation of high school sports on News Channel Nebraska. I'm Michael Shively, he's Andy Klassen. We're at Grand Island Central Catholic High School because it's a Central Nebraska showdown. Really excited for this one. The girls matchup is top 10. The boys, two of the most consistent programs in recent seasons across the entire state. We should have two fantastic matchups coming your way. Let's break down the girls game first, Andy. It's top 10. Number 3, Grand Island Central Catholic. Number 8, Adams Central. They have a combined 3 losses.
And they mirror each other in a lot of different ways. One thing that kind of jumps at you is their motion offenses. The ball's always moving, doesn't get too sticky, and they're unselfish teams. They share with one another. You're going to see multiple scores get involved early on, I'm guessing.
Both sides are happy they get to play this. You might remember all that snow, all that winds. They didn't play for a long time, but now second time or third time back on the court after a 12-day break for these squads. They're eager to play a good opponent.
You better believe it. And yeah, there's going to be some rust, and I think both coaching staffs are talking about turnovers. Who can limit turnovers, kind of like coming off a Christmas break or something like that. I think this game has that same type of feel.
Diving into key players first for the home team, the one-loss Grand Island Central Catholic Crusaders. Coach Kevin Mayfield, he trusts Brindle Moody. She's a junior and the point guard.
She's fantastic. Really creative in how she can score the basketball. Not the tallest player, but that's why she's got to be creative. She figures it out. Great driver and facilitator. Can also pass very well.
Adams Central coming off a season that they made the Class C1 state championship game, fell to North Bend Central. One of the top scorers from that team, she's back. She means business. It's Megan Scott.
Top scorer once again, about 15 per game. Great length on a not very tall Adams Central team. So they look to her, and she can do it in different ways as well. Likes to drive the ball, kind of a slasher. She'll get at 15-foot, can attack the rim, and she can finish.
Doesn't get much better than this in high school hoops in Central Nebraska. Adams Central at GICC. It's a top 10 matchup coming your way next on News Channel Nebraska.
Hiring trucks or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
A new year. A fresh start. A resolution to grow more. Gain more. Give more. The process is the same. Plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we. Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
New year, new ride. Get $20,000 total savings on a new Silverado 1500 Black Widow RST. Find new roads at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer, Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC, Kearney, Nebraska, or thinkmidway.com/GM.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
High school hoops on News Channel Nebraska. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. Number 3, Grand Island Central Catholic. Number 8, Adams Central here in this contest. They're getting ready for tip-off right now, and let's check out these schools. Your school spotlight brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com. Well, the home squad, Grand Island Central Catholic, head coach Kevin Mayfield in his 3rd season. The girls, Class C1. The boys, they've dipped down to Class C2 for the past few cycles. But you know, regardless of the class that they fall in, GICC Sports, they're here to compete.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Michael. And it's not just basketball. They're competitive in baseball, football, just kind of a model of consistency, as you mentioned. And much of the same can be said for Adams Central. They got a great thing going they had for a long time. Their football team has been very competitive the past few years, and much of the same can be said for their basketball squads.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, talk about a volleyball matchup here between these two teams.
Yeah.
Really good, too. Adams Central, a district final team, GICC. Coach Sharon Zavala just retired. Right. Congratulations to her on the best volleyball coach in Nebraska high school history. But AC coming just north here from Juniata, just south of Juniata, just to the west of Hastings. Short trip up. They're used to it. They just made the trip up a couple days ago to take on Northwest here in Grand Island. And I'm told from talking to the coaches, and actually got word from the bus driver as well, worst bus ride they've ever had. It was Thursday. It was that snow squall.
Yes,
Everyone got to add that to their vocabulary this week. They drove through that snow squall to get up to Northwest, and the Patriots came away with doubleheader victories.
So it was a good trip all in all for the Adams Central teams. And yeah, they remembered that pathway and made it right back up here to see if they could do the same to GICC. But you got to believe the Lady Crusaders have different thoughts going into this one.
Well, interesting. These teams always match up and play a good game. Last year it was 50-49. Grand Island Central Catholic, the only team to beat Adams Central in the regular season last year, a game we had on News Channel Nebraska TV down there in Hastings. It's actually been a long time since Adams Central got a win. Their last win was in 2019 against GICC. That was in sub-district play.
Wow.
The last regular season win for the Patriots against the Crusaders, you have to go back to 2016.
That's an amazing stat. And you just think about how good Adams Central has been over the past few years. You think they'd be able to steal a couple games here and there, but for whatever reasons, GICC has kind of had the Patriots' numbers the past year. Well, since 2019 anyway.
Indeed. We're looking forward to this one. We'll step aside for the national anthem. When we return, it's starting lineups and tip-off on News Channel Nebraska.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
Beautiful Star-Spangled Banner here in Grand Island. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. We're ready for the starting lineups in this contest. Beginning with the visitors out of Adams Central High School, led by 8th-year head coach Evan Smith. 5'7" senior Lindsay Lancaster gets the start. Gracie Weichman is a 5'7" senior. Ireland Samuelson, a 5'7" senior. Sounding familiar? Briley Nienheiser, a 5'7" junior. And Megan Scott, the 4th senior in the starting lineup. She stands 5'11". But what stands out there? Only one player taller than 5'7".
Yeah, but they can make up with that with a lot of the experience you talked about there, upperclassmen up and down the starting lineup, and they've been here before. They know what to expect.
Evan Smith has had a lot of success with this team. Back-to-back trips to the state tournament, sitting number 8 in our rankings here as we head towards the end of January. Grand Island Central Catholic is led by 3rd-year head coach Kevin Mayfield. He starts Avery O'Boyle. She's a 5'6" senior. Anna Tibbetts, a 5'4" junior. Maggie Herbeck, a 5'11" junior. Carolyn Mazer, she handles the post, a 6'1" senior. And Brindle Moody, a 5'6" junior, rounds out the starting 5. And that is really the 5 names you need to know. They do not substitute. Maybe one other player will see the court, and that's a maybe. They play 5.
Yeah, so that's why it's so important that they do not get into early foul trouble. And a lot of times you'll see a 2-man game between Moody and Mazer. Just a dynamic combination between point guard and center. The chemistry is there each and every night for GICC.
Can't wait for this one. Grand Island Central Catholic in their whites with a baby blue. Patriots, the all-American look with the red, white, and blue. We're ready for hoops. Mazer tipping with Scott. That's the matchup that we have circled. Mazer will be playing defense against the top scorer and the leader for the Patriots. They go right inside to Scott, and Scott is tied up.
Herbeck was there with the double team right away, so you can see how much GICC is focused in on Megan Scott. The double team gets there, causes the turnover.
Central Catholic averaging 48 points per game. Mazer opens things up with the first 2.
Looked like O'Boyle might have lost the handle on it, but her buddy, Carolyn Mazer, able to help her out. Actually, might turn that into an assist, would you say? A little bounce
that counts as an assist. I'll give it to her, yeah. And right the other way, a tough bucket, Lindsay Lancaster. She's a senior who's really stepped up a much bigger role this season.
Under control down the right side of the lane with that right hand.
Offensive rebound, Mazer knocked out of bounds, and that's what she does best. Carolyn Mazer, a 6'1 senior who was going to play volleyball at Division I Drake University in Des Moines. She's a fine athlete and really gobbles up the glass.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Just a phenomenal athlete on and off the basketball court. You mentioned going D1 in volleyball, not surprised.
Moody is open for a second. Kicks it out. O'Boyle thought about it. Mazer has a seal. Can't finish. Gets her own rebound. And she's just padding the stats there, right?
But what made that all possible was how that ball bounced around like a pinball. Passing, in, out, in, out. Didn't really allow the defense to get set.
And that time it's thrown right to Mazer. Lancaster didn't see the big post for the Crusaders.
I mean, I think the Patriots have the right idea, but don't force it inside if it's not there.
3-ball. Back iron, not that time for O'Boyle, who's a 27% shooter from distance, and it's out of bounds to the Patriots.
Yeah, and thus far, Central Catholic has had some really nice looks, generated some good-looking shots for their offensive weapons here early on as they take a 4-2 lead.
Now both teams, they're not afraid to go quickly. They don't need to work a 30-second possession before they get a shot up, and that's evident here in the first 2 minutes of the game. Ooh, extra step. Ireland Samuelson.
Yeah, just that little hesitation there. Was looking inside, was thinking about maybe trying to work a ball into the painted area. Wasn't there, thought better of it, but that was after the shuffle of the feet.
That's 3 early turnovers for the Patriots. Just 2 minutes into the game. Nice fake. O'Boyle to the left side. Can't finish, but there's Mazer again. Carolyn Mazer with a few rebounds the first 2 minutes. There's a reason she averages nearly a double-double.
And you saw the patience there, how she just kind of trailed the initial drive and put her body in position to snag that offensive rebound.
And a hit on the first one. This is your first quarter, which is brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. All 6 points for Grand Island Central Catholic coming courtesy of their senior post player.
I think Mazer's used to that.
She is averaging 9.7 points, 10.5 boards per game. We'll round up and say she averages a double-double. Deflection, and it's thrown right back the other way.
Right idea, but O'Boyle wasn't ready for it.
And a foul. Scott takes it right to the hole after the Patriots reclaim the possession and draws a hack on Anna Tibbetts.
And was that Scott that got that turnover at midcourt that tracked that down? Or was it Lancaster? Either way, Adams Central was ready for it, not allowing an easy bucket, cherry picking on the other side.
Good inbounds play and a beautiful, silky smooth, one-handed float shot from Lindsay Lancaster. And it's 6-4. Only 2 players have scored to generate those 10 points.
You mentioned early on how both teams look to score early. They're aggressive offensively, and you're seeing that. And Lancaster, beautiful job of not bringing the ball down. She knew she had the look, took it right up. Easy bucket for the Lady Patriots.
Mazer, quick trigger on the triple. She's only made 2 of those all season. Took that shot. And fearless, driving the other way, Gracie Weichman draws contact. She'll shoot a pair.
It's just kind of refreshing to see 2 offensive-minded teams that don't second-guess themselves. They see that crease in the defense. They see a lane. Boy, do they really try and exploit it, like you just saw right there from Weichman, forcing the issue, getting herself to the foul line.
And able to connect on the first. Gracie Weichman, 7.5 points per game. Last year was more around the 4-point per game range. Heard 4 seniors in the starting lineup, but they graduated 4 seniors who were in the top 6 in the rotation from last year. So these are players who have experience, but in very different roles than they're seeing this season.
Well, and thus far this season, they've really been able to step up to the task. Working on a really nice, 11-2 record.
Not too shabby. Coach Smith has to like what he's seen from his group stepping up. They lost players like Lauren Scott, Megan's older sister. Here's O'Boyle for 3. Mazer.
Jeez.
All of her boards are on. That's 4 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
And a tie-up. The Patriots swarm Mazer. They get the arrow.
And that time, Mazer just kind of I think she kind of was fortunate there, and that's where that 6-1 frame kind of came into play, but that's where Adams Central has to get a body on her and box her out. It's not good enough to just have position. You got to use it to your advantage and actually seal it off, box out to get that rebound.
Contact on the baseline drive. That's likely on Tibbetts. It is.
Yeah,
so 2 fouls on Anna Tibbetts here. We told you during the starting lineups, Grand Island Central Catholic avoids substituting. They
right.
They go about 5 deep. And for the first time this year, in their most recent game Tuesday against Wood River, they had a player foul out.
Wow.
If a player gets in foul trouble, it's big trouble for the Crusaders.
Oh, what a shot. We were right behind that one. That was on the entire way. That was a no doubt about it. Shot from Kendall Kornsbrook.
Her 17th made triple this season. Mazer can't respond with a bucket. And this is make that 7-0 spurt in favor of Adams Central.
Oh, good pass.
Extra pass into the paint and playing low post defense there at 5'4". Anna Tibbetts with 2 fouls, able to get a deflection on that shot by Nienheiser.
The ball movement from Adams Central is really coming to play here, and you're seeing these lethal guards with the dribble drive putting a lot of stress on that defense, and that's where you're seeing those pushing fouls where the defense trying to get to the backcourt, trying to rotate just a half step late.
Posting up, that's the freshman, Ava Katzberg. Ball's out of bounds. Katzberg listed at 5'10". She might have grown since that listing. 4 points, 2 boards in her 9th grade year.
You mentioned the extra pass. That was impressive, coming right off the bench and just fed it right down to the post where it needed to be.
Tough bounce pass. Scott can't handle it, and that's the 5th giveaway for the Adams Central offense. Their defense has picked it up after allowing 6 quick points to Mazer. Free ball up for Herbeck. How about Maggie Herbeck? Her 8th tray of the year.
It just kind of felt like Adams Central was going to sag in, and that was going to be the shot they're willing to give up, and might have to make an adjustment if they're going to keep falling like that for Miss Herbeck.
A confident shot, just an 18% three-point shooter, but drained that one, and a big shot to tie the game up. Patriots more patient on offense now. There's Scott. She launches and hits. Megan Scott, only her 2nd made 3-ball of the year, and it's her first bucket of the game to give the lead back to the Patriots.
She did a fantastic job setting that up. She had Mazer thinking she was on her left side, then went back to the right, and then slipped out behind her. Mazer was feeling around looking for her man. The ball found its way all the way around the perimeter to a wide open Scott, who knocks it down. Mazer slow to get out beyond the perimeter to guard.
That's not really her game. That's just her 7th 3 she's attempted all year long.
So Herbeck knocks one down, and right. Adams Central like, well, we got one up our sleeve as well.
They practiced some shooting during that snowstorm break.
It appears so. Great defense from Katzberg there, tying the ball up, causing another turnover as Boyle kind of lost the handle there.
Entertaining start to this game. 2:15 remaining on your Aurora Cooperative scoreboard in the opening quarter. Too high off of the window that time for Lancaster. And a foul on the backcourt against the Patriots. That's
so
Lancaster.
That very short sequence there, Michael, Mazer altered the shot. It was high, heavy off the glass, got the rebound, then drew the foul.
I mean, so she fills up the stat sheet, but she does a bunch of stuff that doesn't wind up on the stat sheet too.
Exactly, like altering the shot. That set the next 2 plays in motion.
Here she is posting up the freshman. Double team comes. Good recovery by AC defensively. Moody thought about it again. Now she pulls the trigger, and Brindle Moody, nothing but nylon.
Got herself into a little rhythm there with the step back. My goodness, that was smooth.
And I compliment her. She was not in rhythm, didn't force the 3 just because she was open.
Right.
Found her rhythm and hit it.
Also got herself just a little bit more space, kind of used that screen at the top of the key.
Good help defense. O'Boyle able to take it away from Katzberg. Now O'Boyle the other way, and she draws the foul. Avery O'Boyle.
O'Boyle did a fantastic job not taking the cheese there. The defense was trying to force her to the outside. She brought that ball back to the inside in transition, and that's how she was able to get herself to the rim, ultimately to the free throw line, getting the ball to the center of the court.
Foul on Annie Troush, a 5'8 sophomore. Free throw is in for O'Boyle, and now 4 out of the 5 starters for the Crusaders are in the scorebook.
And don't you kind of feel like this, it's got to be an advantage to a certain level for Adams Central, how they're able to rotate 2 and 3 players at a time. And you've already mentioned a couple of times, GICC, not very deep at all.
They have not subbed yet, and we don't expect them to, except for maybe the final 30 seconds of a quarter. They might put Regan Riley in.
And both these teams really like to push the tempo as well. You know, this could turn into a track meet. You would got to think that that would favor Adams Central.
It'll certainly test the endurance of the Crusaders. Oh, the GICC defense has come to play. They've forced 7 first-quarter turnovers against Adams Central.
Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. They've been working very hard on defense. Great communication.
1 minute remaining.
Herbeck wants another 3. This time it's strong. Moody fights for the board. It's tied up and stays with Grand Island Central Catholic. Today's broadcast is sponsored in part by Zollner Ford Lincoln. O'Boyle drives into the lane, nearly traveled, gets it back and finds herself open. Airball. Scott in open court where she shines. Takes it to the hoop. Too strong off of the window. But the ball taken back by Lancaster and a foul on Mazer.
Now Mazer just got over the top a little too much for the officials' liking. Got whistled for the foul. But how dangerous is Megan Scott that time? Just a textbook box out, that last equation there on Mazer. And then she was able to just put the ball on the deck and no one stopped ball. She just kind of continued to drive all the way to the rim. As you mentioned, a little heavy off the glass, but teammates able to clean it up, get it back, and ultimately score from the foul line here.
Riley Nienheiser makes both of them, ties it up.
Nienheiser turned around and was already getting back to defense before that ball went through the cylinders. That's how confident she was on that second free throw.
Oh, tough pass there from midcourt to the corner. Escapes out of bounds, so the Patriots might have the chance at the final shot of the quarter.
Wouldn't be surprised if they take a shot or take a look earlier, because that's just how this offense operates, Michael.
They're not going to pass up an open shot.
Exactly.
A deflection for Herbeck. Takes it to the left side, lays it in. 5 seconds for AC. The half-court heave. No. And it's Maggie Herbeck, a role player for the Crusaders, stepping up with 5 first-quarter points and gives her team a 2-point cushion heading to the second quarter on the Midway CDJ scoreboard.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USAFE Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Adams Central with the basketball to open the second quarter. What a fun game. The 8th-ranked Patriots against the 3rd-ranked Crusaders. And an open look for Scott, who hit a first-quarter triple. Instead, she takes the pull-up J and knocks it down.
Fantastic job getting herself under control, getting to her spot. Little stop and pop there within 15 feet.
And both sides playing high-level basketball in this meaningful game just before conference tournament season.
Boy, and we've seen a little bit of everything, right? Really good defense, some on-point offense. There's Scott with another dominating rebound, boxing out, kind of commanding the middle.
When you lose some games like GICC, they're not going to be able to make up their game against York. That was a huge opportunity to get some power points against the Class B team. For Adams Central, they lost their game against Donovan Trumbull. They're not going to make that one up. Makes these games all that more meaningful.
It really does, and you can kind of already feel that postseason pressure starting to mount up.
Here's Moody.
Yeah, even though GICC has hit a couple of 3 balls, right, I still feel like Adams Central, they're willing to let that go. They want to kind of sag that defense in and help out with Mazer inside. That's the first thing that they still want to take away.
Risky bounce pass, and it's turned over. O'Boyle not able to connect with Mazer, but then the other way, Adams Central gives it back for their 10th turnover of the ball game.
Some of those are to be expected when you're trying to push the tempo like that. You're going to give up some of those turnovers in transition. You mentioned how these teams are coming off a little bit of a break here, and they're due to weather issues. Maybe that's part of the issue as well. Knocking the old rust off.
Could be trying to find their rhythm. In the lane, tough shot, rattles around and out. There's Scott with a body all over her. 5-on-4 chance for the Patriots. And tiptoeing the line, she stepped on it. Adams Central has to have about as many turnovers as shots right now.
Oh, I looked over at head coach Evan Smith. He had his palms up like, what is going on here, as he has a word with a couple players.
4 seniors in the starting lineup. This is not something they do. They don't turn it over 11 times in the first 9 minutes.
No, usually a very disciplined team full of upperclassmen. You're exactly right.
I got to give some credit to the Crusaders defense in there, but these are some uncharacteristic mistakes. What a terrific back cut and perfect feed. O'Boyle to Moody for 2.
Just surgical feed there with the bounce pass, and Moody through traffic with the left hand.
That was a college-level play there.
Yes,
with that back cut. You don't see that in C1 girls hoops too often.
Yeah, Moody, her quick hands are able to get that up on the rim.
3 ball up from Katzberg. And another chance for the Patriots. Well, they'll launch again, and it rattles out. Almost fell for Weichman, and Central Catholic gets the timeout to keep the possession with Tibbetts laying on the court. We'll take a break with them. Just under 5 to play in the second quarter on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones, and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time, and those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time.
Thank you.
We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
Your second quarter is brought to you by O Street Carpet. Thanks to Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet.
Okay, it looks like Adams Central, that is, mixing up their defense. Looks like a little 1-through-1 type of a look.
3 ball for Herbeck, trying to beat the zone. Nothing but air, and poked out of bounds by Moody.
I like that change-up defensively. And that, once again, you have to have seniors, upperclassmen, or players that understand how both defenses operate or how they're supposed to operate. That's what you want to do. Force the ball outside to the corner. That's the shot you're willing to give up.
Now it's going to be critical with that zone defense that you still get a body on Carolyn Mazer, because we've already seen her dominate the offensive glass. Thought about the three. Consbrook passed it up. Now Scott around the screen. Baseline take for Lancaster. Nearly a turnover.
Tibbetts got her hand on it.
Good seal. Pass needed to be a little bit more towards the hoop, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Adams Central.
Once again, that ball movement, working it in, out, and around the perimeter. Got the defense a half foot, behind Katzberg, but just a little bit behind her. She did have the seal off, as you mentioned.
See the Crusaders' zone offense here. Herbeck was open. Instead, tried to force it inside. Moody. She is thinking about the deep three. Instead, it's Tibbetts who pulls the trigger. And good defense by Adams Central.
And Katzberg was pretty much on Mazer the entire time, so it was almost like a box-and-one type of a look. But they're staying in that 1-3-1 zone with Katzberg kind of freelance, and it's staying with Mazer the entire time.
Offense is really slowed here in quarter number 2. That's off of Mazer, out of bounds. First quarter, we saw a combined 30 points. Well, we have 4 combined points in the first 5 minutes of this quarter.
I think both of these coaching staffs kind of saw how they were attacking each other, were attacking on offense, and obviously made some adjustments during the break.
Shooting has cooled down a little bit. Okay. Might not have been the intended target, but the Patriots keep possession. And Scott goes to work. She swatted, and Mazer rips it away.
You see the anticipation there, understanding how Megan Scott likes to set that up with her pivot foot and curl back around to her left. Mazer was sitting on it, ready for it.
Moody might have had an edge. Passed up on it to run the offense against this funky zone look. Scott steals it.
It just feels like there's nowhere to go with it. The double team collapses, the hands are up and out. And you throw it into a bevy of Patriots.
And perfect anticipation by Anna Tibbetts. Now a loose basketball out of bounds off of Adams Central, and the Patriots offense continues to be plagued by miscues.
And 3 more players are going to check back in here for Adams Central to keep that high octane pressure. And yeah, did we mention both teams kind of churned it up defensively here? My goodness, back and forth with the turnovers.
Mazer against the freshman. Sets the screen. Now it's back to a man-to-man look. Moody lines it up, knocks it down. Brindle Moody with her second 3-ball of the game. She has a team high, 8 points.
And Weichman tried to close out, tried to get a hand in the face. It was just a little late.
That time, the entry pass right on point to Ava Katzberg, who had her defender on top, and the 9th grader puts it through.
Athletic move there from Katzberg. She had to get that out of her hands in a hurry.
And Mazer attacks her the other end, can't finish. Had excellent low post position. Patriots could tie it with a 3. Katzberg doesn't have the green light there.
Oh, good.
Stripped again. Second steal in 3 possessions for Anna Tibbetts, but it's stolen right back. And a foul on Brindle Moody.
Just a fantastic decision there after creating a turnover. Weichman going right in her defender who was backpedaling, knew that she had her off her foot, kind of forced that foul to be called, that whistle to be blown.
And a chance at the line for Adams Central. And it's in. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com.
Boy, just when we think we see a team start to go on a run, get a turnover and a good look on the one end, nope. The other defense returns the favor and gets it going the other way. Kind of a back and forth affair here in this second period.
That's how you know you have a couple of confident, experienced teams. They aren't going to get shaken by an up and down flow of a high-level game. keeping their composure. And back into that 1-3-1 look.
That's a really good point, Michael. And yeah, not getting shaken or thrown off. If they do give up a play, just get right back to it and get it back.
Tough rebound hauled in by Lancaster. Now the fast break for Adams Central, and Weichman gets her first field goal of the game. She has 6 points, and it's a 6-0 run to put the Patriots in front.
What's so pretty about that is how it's so under control. Megan Scott with the chest pass across the court there, and not even going to the hardwood. Lancaster with a beautiful lay-in to finish the deal.
Nearing halftime, your halftime show brought to you by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority. Crusaders finished the first quarter strong. See if they draw it out for the final look of the second quarter. Appears to be the intention.
Got away with one there.
Yeah. Scott got her paw on it, and then Nienheiser gets the deflection as well.
Yeah, GICC, now they do got to work here. Less than 10 seconds left to go, so it's got to happen in a little bit of a hurry here.
Contact. Herbeck for three. Back iron. O'Boyle still has some time. Puts up the runner, and it doesn't get on track. An entertaining first half, and as expected, not much separation between these top 10 teams. It's third-ranked Grand Island Central Catholic trailing 8th-ranked Adams Central 22-21 on your Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Your halftime show with highlights, look at rankings, and a preview of the third quarter coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams, financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
The first time I ever took prescription opioids is when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I think I was 16 years old. I must have gotten a 30-day script. I took them all in 3 days. I was stealing from people, buying substances on the street. I look back at that time with a lot of shame. That's not who I am. Opioid use disorder is not a moral failing.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale Automotive. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. Several 2023 GMC Acadia models left in stock. Get 1.9% APR for well-qualified buyers and no monthly payments for 90 days. Stop into Dinsdale Automotive today.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
I'm Michael Shively. Andy Klassen is with me. Unfortunately, we're tethered here and we can't participate in the soup supper going on, the chili cook-off fundraiser here at Grand Island Central Catholic. The excellent dance team just took the courts, and it's all part of a really fun evening of basketball.
Can we get maybe one of our crew guys to go get a bowl of chili for us or something like that? Maybe save it for us? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we'd be a spill risk. They'd have chili slopping down the stairs onto the court, but we are ready for some halftime highlights to see how we got to this point. A one-point contest right now with Adams Central the lead on the road. Your halftime highlights are sponsored by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Well, we had some first quarter highlights on offense. There was quite a bit of scoring.
Right.
GICC took a 6-2 lead. Adams Central responded with 7 in a row, and it was back and forth the rest of the way.
We talked about in the pregame just how versatile GICC can be scoring the basketball. They got a great post presence, obviously headlined by senior Carolyn Mazer, but then play that we highlighted, Miss Moody, she can score from beyond the arc, a great dribble drive. We saw her on a couple of backdoor cuts there in the second quarter come to mind. Just really puts a lot of pressure from 1 through 5 on a defense, and in that first quarter, boy, you saw a couple of really nice runs by the Lady Crusaders.
Then it was a slower go offensively in quarter number 2. It took about 5 minutes for them to get warmed up. Each side had one bucket in the first 5 minutes. The last 3 minutes, it loosened a little bit. A 3-ball went for Moody, but then Adams Central had the final look of the half. They scored 6 straight to take that 1-point lead.
Yeah, and they're really getting out into their transition. That's where they're most lethal, whether it's off of a rebound or off of a turnover, and they've created a lot of turnovers of their own on defense, and that's what's been able to kickstart that transition game. They love to get out in the open court. Boy, we've seen some really nice passing. That last one from Megan Scott really comes to mind, where she threw it across court to her buddy Lancaster, who laid it in, not even putting the ball in the court. Just the timing, spacing was all there. And if it weren't for a few turnovers by Adams Central, that lead could be a heck of a lot more than just 1 point right now. The defensive effort from CC is what's really keeping this thing close.
It is. We mentioned it's a top 10 matchup. As a matter of fact, we can take a peek at our News Channel Nebraska rankings. Number 3, Grand Island Central Catholic. Number 8, Adams Central. The top team in the class, how about this from out west? It's Sydney. They were able to get a victory over Lincoln Christian in the Nebraska Girls Basketball Showcase, the great event in Kearney, and that's the reason they're number 1. Lincoln Christian has a win over GICC, so that's why it's 2 and 3 that way. And after that, there's a pretty good chance that anybody that really... This is a competitive class. I could see any of those top 10 making a difference at state.
And it just seems like we see these names up in the top 10 quite often. Minden, Adams Central, see Broken Bow, of course, Lincoln Christian, and Sydney at the very top. And Sydney,
Bridgeport, they're not a team to laugh at. The team that Adams Central had just a spectacular duel with in the semifinals last year went overtime, and they almost ended the season. They played the third-place game, but knocked them out of title contention against Ruthie and Olivia Loomis-Girdle. Ruthie now over there at the University of Colorado playing basketball. Just a spectacular win for Adams Central there, but who knows, they could meet up again at the state tournament.
You're exactly right. And then you look at 10th ranked Malcolm. They played such a difficult schedule, but they're still sitting at 9 and 3 and within our top 10 rankings on NCN.
So good chance to showcase some of the teams that we're likely to showcase at the state tournament here in number 3 against number 8. And the only problem is they have to play each other in sub-districts if the matchups wind up, but they are in the same sub, so this might not be the last time they face each other this season.
You wouldn't think so, and that's you alluded to it earlier in the broadcast, losing a couple of games to snowy weather, severe temperatures. Those power points are really going to come in handy when you can snag a win, be it on the road here if you're Adams Central, up by that one narrow point here thus far.
It's a 1-point game, and we're nearing the start of quarter number 3. We hope you stick around for the second half of this girls matchup on News Channel Nebraska.
The Halftime Report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters. NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
Do you know when the worst time to find out your sump pump isn't working? The day you need it. At John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, we're offering a $59 sump pump inspection, so you won't have to find a watery surprise in your basement after a storm. For just $59, our licensed and experienced service professionals will examine your sump pump, inspecting its major components to ensure your sump pump is ready and working when you need it most. Hurry, this offer won't last long. John Henry's, serving your family since 1996.
Well, that was a fun first half of basketball. We talked to you about it in our halftime show, which was brought to you by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority. I'm Michael Shively. He's Andy Klassen. We have 1 point separating these two top 10 foes. What are some things you're looking for here in half number 2 to decide the outcome of this game?
Well, I think it starts with, if you're Evan Smith, head coach at Adams Central, limit the turnovers, right? Defensive effort has been fantastic. Love how they've been able to get out in transition. It's when they get in that half court, there's far too many turnovers. Be patient, work it around on offense, have faith in the offense, right? It's okay if we don't get a shot in the first 5 seconds. Just keep after it. Make that defense work for GICC. And then I think if I'm Kevin Mayfield, I'm saying we got to limit that transition. We got to really help out Carolyn Mazer on the boards, put more of an emphasis on rebounding. It's such a tight game. It's going to come down to 1 or 2 plays. It really feels that way.
Grand Island Central Catholic has controlled this season series recent years. They've won 4 straight over the Patriots. They have not lost against Adams Central in this building since 2016, but they trail by 1 at the start of quarter number 3, and a foul on the Patriots to open up.
Samuelson had the right idea, trying to take away that baseline, just got a little shove in there to draw the whistle.
No foul trouble to speak of too much. That was the second on Samuelson, 2 on Tibbetts for GICC, but nobody with 3 fouls so far.
Look how determined O'Boyle was to get baseline. It really sets this offense in motion.
Mazer was off balance to catch that, and last touch by Moody. How about that defense by Lancaster, denying the kick out?
Yeah, Lancaster's been all over the place. Lancaster, Weichman, Samuelson, it's out of 10 at all times on the defensive end.
Crusaders now with 8 team turnovers. Nothing compared to the Patriots' 14 team turnovers, but they've overcome it to have that 1 point cushion.
And we mentioned that earlier, too, when you're going to play with such pace.
Mazer, she just takes it away. She stole the lunch money. O'Boyle was not expecting that basketball. And the Crusaders are fortunate that they get to keep it.
Yeah, Tibbetts definitely kind of lost it there. Fortunate, though, it went off a Patriots' shoe.
O'Boyle, one-hand bounce pass inside. Lancaster again, you were right. Shoots out of 10 defensively at all times.
Oh, what a move.
Oh, the step through.
Oh, the recovering defense, Michael.
Oh, the hustle is undeniable on both ends. Throw in some shot making with it.
Keeps the pivot foot. That's going to cause an early timeout here, but gets the defense over-rotating. Pull back, drains the triple.
Gracie Weichman fills it up to give her team a 4 point cushion on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard.
Get $7,000 off total savings on every new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited and 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited during the Start of Something New sales event at Midway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Kearney or thinkmidway.com/CDJR.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Auto is proud to be community driven. And by News Channel Nebraska. Check us out on Twitter at NCN Sports.
About a minute and a half in here in the third quarter. Your third quarter is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. GICC just took the timeout. They didn't like that beginning. Some turnovers and scramble play worked out for the Patriots.
And it feels like the Lady Patriots have really gotten into their scouting report. Lancaster, Weichman, Samuelson, they know that the kick-out's coming, so they're sitting on that bounce pass. Once it gets inside and there's nothing happening, they're waiting for that kick-out pass, and they've been able to steal a couple away here early to start this second half.
Where will the offense come from for Grand Island Central Catholic? Dating back to the first half, this is a 9-0 Adams Central run. Herbeck launches. She hits her second of the ball game.
You asked for offense. You didn't have to wait long to get it. Herbeck answers the call once again.
She has been a confident shooter today.
Yes.
2 threes for Herbeck. She had 7 in the first 13 games.
Oh, nice pass.
Lancaster to Scott, and she'll shoot 2.
Boy, Scott just does such a good job of moving with the ball across the lane and then just getting that defender on her hip and making herself available. And we've been saying it all broadcast. These guards are doing a really nice job finding that crease and making that entry pass available.
That is foul number 3 on Anna Tibbetts. Certainly something to keep an eye on here as we're just 2 minutes into the second half for a team that has not substituted yet this evening.
That's so impressive, and the way that they'll push the tempo as well, GICC, and the way they go with their starting 5 and pretty much leave them in there the entire time.
Now it's that 1-3-1 zone.
Makes you wonder, is Mayfield, is he the track coach as well? Cross country?
Avery O'Boyle. After some quiet minutes on offense, GICC has found its range from beyond the arc. Wow. And Mazer gets the swat. Carolyn Mazer hounded and hacked.
Strong with the basketball after the takeaway. And that's a couple steals early on here in the second half for Mazer. A disruptor in the middle of the lane.
Avery O'Boyle with that hit, now at 7 points. So she was the key to that win last year, a 50-49 road win for the Crusaders. She had 17. The team made 10 threes on the road. That's how you beat an undefeated squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Seen some of that shooting here in the last couple of minutes. Trying for the response. Samuelson got to the rack but couldn't put it through. And turned over by the Crusaders.
Weichman had another nice steal to get the Patriots that extra look. That's 3 steals to open up this third period for Weichman alone.
Patriots have turned it up on defense. Trying for a signature win heading into conference tournament play. Deep 3-ball Lancaster, way off. Both of these teams are the top seed in their respective conference tournaments. Both of those start on Tuesday. 3-ball O'Boyle. Oh. She's starting to heat up.
What a changeup coming out of that early timeout from head coach Kevin Mayfield. Trying to work it inside. It's not working. The Patriots are ready for it. So let's back it out and lean on some of our 3-point shooting. And boy, has that shown up big here.
3 triples in the last 3 minutes. And a jump ball keeps it with Adams Central with 4:14 to play on the Midway CDJ scoreboard.
We talked about that in the pregame, just how versatile this GICC team can be, and you're seeing in real time right now. They love to establish that post, right? And that's how they got the scoring going on earlier. Credit Adams Central making the adjustments, taking that away. GIC comes right back with some lethal 3-point shooting to counter.
Oh, the Patriots had all the momentum. But now it's flipped to the home side. Scott thought about it. Her and Mazer are tangled up underneath the hoop. Turnover on the other side of the court.
Just felt out of rhythm that entire time. Adams Central looking for something that just wasn't there.
Moody draws out the defender and finds Herbeck. Inside to Mazer. They're going to keep working the edge. Herbeck, she wasn't quite set for that shot. And Scott cleans up the miss, pushes it the other way. And Moody's back there to strip the basketball away from Briley Nienheiser.
Good recovery defense, but I marveled at it earlier. Going to go back to it. Megan Scott off the rebound, kickstarts her own fast break. Actually got the Patriots numbers there, generated the 3-on-2 look.
Ooh, falling down. That was an off-balance scoop shot. Hard off of the backboard, and Mazer cleans it up again. She's been everywhere on the rebounds, as expected.
Working on another double-double, kind of averages that. That was her 8th rebound unofficially.
She had 6 first-half points. Nothing here in the third quarter. The Patriots have done a fine job on the star post player for the Crusaders.
Yeah, finding scoring from, other spots on the roster. Here's Herbeck shooting another 3.
She's shot, 6 threes right now?
Yeah, Herbeck
came in hitting 7 makes.
Yeah, Herbeck with a couple of threes. O'Boyle just hit a 3. Definitely showing a look or a side to the offense that the Patriots are going to have to adjust to, because maybe they weren't ready for those scoring options to show up here.
Grand Island Central Catholic, 10 trips to the state tournament. Herbeck in the lane. No. Mazer secures the rebound, and she's fouled. Every time she gets a board, there's 3 Patriots around her right away, and that time a whistle.
Boy, Herbeck had a nice looking little baby hook shot. He came off a screen off the wing, had a little bit of daylight, just couldn't get it to go.
That's 3 fouls on Ireland Samuelson. She stays in the ball game. 3 for Moody. Not that time. And the smallest player out there, Samuelson, comes away with it. Mazer called for the foul.
Yeah. That initial block they were going to let go, but she just kept extending her arm down and into the offensive player. I think that's a good whistle.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com.
And it just felt like Adams Central had to get something positive going offensively. A little bit of a scoring drought there as Central Catholic went on their run. Scoring from the foul line, that's a good option for them right now.
Gets the friendly roll, does Lancaster. She's up to 6 points. It's a 2-point game. Both sides have led by 4 points this quarter. Each side has had the response when it feels like one is going to pull away.
Right.
Mazer. O'Boyle. Almost tackled by Weichman.
Yeah,
that's the 4th team foul this quarter on the Patriots. The next one will put the Crusaders at the line.
And that's only Weichman's second. She knew she was beat, so rather than put one of her post players in a dangerous spot, just went ahead and committed the foul herself.
Good position in the paint, and Mazer converts.
And that's what you love to see from your senior guard, Avery O'Boyle, measuring things up, a confident, quick pass inside.
Oh, nothing but net. Kendall Consbrook, that's pretty. A thing of beauty heading to the Adams Central timeout, and it pulls the Patriots to down just 1 on your Midway CDJ scoreboard.
It's a winter wonderland of savings at Schaefer's. Update your home for the new year with fresh appliances, a plush new mattress, and high-def TV. Save up to 40% on Frigidaire French door, side-by-side, and top-mount refrigerators. And save up to 35% on Frigidaire dishwashers, including spacious 3-rack models. Plus, you can clean up on powerful and efficient Electrolux front-load laundry pairs. It's a winter wonderland of savings now at Schaefer's.
It all started long ago, with cattle in mind, and it's still the major focus today of Powder River Livestock Handling Equipment and your friends at Valley Vet Supply in Marysville. They want to provide you with the best equipment. That's why they sell Powder River. It truly does stand the test of time. Powder River is a name you can trust. From cattle handling systems to gates and feeders, Powder River makes equipment for life. Come see for yourself at Valley Vet Supply on Highway 36 in Marysville.
We want to thank our sponsors of our broadcast today, and that includes our friends at Zollner Ford Lincoln. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. Entertaining Class C1 girls basketball, third-ranked Grand Island Central Catholic, number 8 Adams Central. These teams have not been able to separate.
Not at all.
Moody. Yeah, she looks natural with the basketball.
Yeah, just under control with that dribble. Understanding nothing's there, backs it out, resets the offense.
Good swat, but O'Boyle able to recover. Patient possession here for the Crusaders out of the Patriots' timeout.
Megan Scott doing a fantastic job from Adams Central right now.
Tough pass from the one side of the lane to the other. Mazer backs her way out, but just off target, and Megan Scott clears the rebound.
She was help defense. She had Mazer the entire time on her hip. Straight up defense. Gets a partial block and the rebound.
And Lancaster can't believe it. She's called for the travel on the 18th Adams Central turnover.
Yeah, it's got to be a little frustrating for head coach Evan Smith. Your team just works their tail off on the defensive end just to give it back on the other end.
The Crusaders draining that clock, looking for the final attempt of the quarter. 10 seconds. Moody to the cup. She draws contact, and Brindle Moody.
There's that two-player game that we're talking about between Mazer and Moody. High ball screen from Mazer gets Moody one-on-one into Megan Scott, their center, and that's just not where you want your center to be. A capable guard with the head of steam barreling down at you towards the rim.
First points of the half for Moody. She's up to 9 now in the game, a 75% shooter at the line, and a team full of pretty good foul shooters.
And I like the GICC started that sequence with 6-7 seconds still left. It gives your offensive players so many more options rather than winding it down to less than 10.
Oh, the putback on the second try. No. 3 looks right at the rim for Adams Central, and they can't get it to fall through. We have a fantastic ball game, and we have 8 minutes left in it. Don't leave us here on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
New year, new ride. Get $20,000 total savings on a new Silverado 1500 Black Widow RST. Find new roads at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer. Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC, Kearney, Nebraska, or thinkmidway.com/GM.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
The biggest lead of the game for GICC was 5 points. The biggest lead of the game for Adams Central has been 4. Each side has had the response when the other has pulled away. And right now it's just a one-possession contest heading to the final period. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. Danny Alvarado, our director. Glad you could join us for a top 10 clash here in Central Nebraska. Taken away by the Patriots. They saw that entry pass coming. Now Scott. What a jump stop. Perfect. 2 feet landed, stepped through and drew the contact.
Yeah, almost a little bit of a Euro step type of feel to it, the way she was able to get that right leg around a would-be defender on her way to the rack.
All right, that is foul number 4. I had 3, but scoreboard says foul number 4 on Carolyn Mazer.
Well, and
that is incredibly impactful.
It really is. And head coach Mayfield did sub her out with about 7.5 seconds left to finish out that third quarter, trying to protect her, but picks up that quick foul and, dodged one right there. Could have got it with the body.
Lindsay Lancaster grabs the rebound off of the missed free throw and puts it through. 1-point ball game. Moody can't get the response. Wide open lane. Right idea there for Lancaster to see some open court.
That's okay from Adams Central, though. Force the issue. If it's not there, don't force it. I like the kick out.
Inside, Scott against Mazer. And it's short.
Tough shot.
And a double team. The Crusaders didn't know the defense was pressuring Moody like that, but she's able to draw the contact. That's Lancaster's seconds.
Yeah, and beyond just, fresh bodies out on the court that we thought might be an advantage for Adams Central, the foul trouble too. Where you're starting to see that start to kind of take its toll on GICC playing, 5 heavy with those starters.
Mazer gets around the double, almost loses it. Open look, Anna Tibbetts. Back iron. Mazer another board.
Give her 10. Give her 10 on the evening.
Tibbetts still looking for her first points today, and she averages 8.5 per game. Here she is falling to the court. Ties up the basketball with Lancaster, and it heads over to the Patriots.
Nienheiser staying with her person, stride for stride, step for step, getting her hand on another pass, tying it up. Turnover, Adams Central.
Lancaster, good bounce pass, tough wraparound. The shot's short, and a foul, a little shove in the lower back, called against Weichman.
I don't think Weichman likes the call.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, yep, it is on Weichman, pardon me. And that is number 3 on Weichman for Adams Central. Baseball pass.
Uh-oh.
I don't think Mazer was looking for that. Patriots will get another look offensively. 3 ball. Short offensive rebound, good power dribble, and bucket. Kendall Consbrook, used to launching from distance. This time she gets the offensive rebound, puts it through the hoop to get the Patriots a 1-point lead with 5 minutes and 42 seconds remaining on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same. Plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we. Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our...
A turnover on the opening or on the possession out of the timeout. Moody tried a no-look bounce pass to Mazer, and it's out of bounds. This is your fourth quarter, presented by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at Lincoln.org.
Yeah, just felt a little hurried up there for GICC coming out of that timeout.
They are scoreless here in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And another traveling violation against the Patriots.
You know, a lot of times you can credit Central Catholic and their defensive on-ball pressure causing these turnovers, but we've also seen just a few blunders, you know, self-inflicted wounds like that travel at the top of the key from Adams Central to kind of lean into this narrative of all these turnovers that we've been talking about.
Herbeck rattles it in. Maggie Herbeck, her third three-ball of the game. She has 11 points. She averages 5.5.
It only took, 7 3-point attempts coming into this one. Has knocked down 3 here this evening.
Moody comes away with the steal and then a foul on the Patriots.
You know, and at times, the Lady Crusaders are kind of looking for offense, right? Mazer was getting covered up, double team, quick double teams. It was Herbeck in the first half that kind of opened up that offense with that early 3. Then she did it again in the third quarter. Seeing it again here in the fourth.
That's now 20 turnovers on the game for Adams Central. The Crusaders break the press. O'Boyle to the cup. Lays it in with the right hand.
Excellent take. Ball barely even touched the court throughout that entire press break.
And another steal. Here's Herbeck. Herbeck to the hoop. And the lefty finish.
Great anticipation. Strong with the left hand the entire way. Coast to coast goes Herbeck.
Oh, the Crusaders didn't score for the first 2:45 of the quarter. Now they've ripped off 7 in a row and get a stop. Another rebound for Mazer. And numbers for GICC.
Wow.
Maggie Herbeck again.
Good timeout. Good timeout for Adams Central. Herbeck is on fire, Michael.
She's up to 15 game-high points, and the lead has swollen to a game-high 8 for Grand Island Central Catholic. Stick around. There's 3:55 remaining in this contest here on News Channel Nebraska.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. Can't wait for postgame. Don't know who it's going to be yet, but we will have a coach's postgame interview thanks to Sarpy County Tourism. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com. What a sequence here for Grand Island Central Catholic. And the 3-ball doesn't drop through for Nienheiser. She's had a tough outing, just 2 points. She's the second leading scorer for the Patriots.
Oh.
But off of the foot of O'Boyle, it's given away. Jump ball.
Oh.
Right in front of us and right in front of the official. The Patriots fans on the other side didn't like the call.
No, and good sportsmanship shown there from Anna Tibbetts. not only gets the type with the quick hands, but then offers to help Weichman up after falling down.
Stays with GICC. Maggie Herbeck, 15 points. That's a career high. 3 made three-pointers. That's a career high. That's the recipe to get a top 10 win. Somebody goes off, and it's been Herbeck.
And maybe someone that you weren't really accounting for as far as that type of offensive output. And at times, offense was tough to come by for Central Catholic. It seems like Herbeck was there.
Megan Scott steals it from Mazer, high off the window, too high. And O'Boyle snares the rebound. Jump ball. It's getting physical with 3:07 left on the Midway CDJ scoreboard.
Starting to get a little frantic.
8 points is the most separation we've seen between these teams in this game. And it's coming courtesy of a 9-0 Grand Island Central Catholic run. This game was 35-34. A full timeout with 3:07 remaining on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. We'll step aside. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
New year, new ride. Get $20,000 total savings on a new Silverado 1500 Black Widow RST. Find new roads at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer. Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC, Kearney, Nebraska, or thinkmidway.com/GM.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
Adams Central basketball out of the timeout. Thought about the triple. Weichman hits the runner. Big bucket for the Patriots.
How big has Gracie Weichman been down this stretch? The 5'7" senior with the runner in traffic.
She's the only Patriot in double figures. And now they force the turnover. AC basketball down 6.
And Weichman was right in the middle of that defensive play.
Crusaders have now given it away 16 times. Aggressive defense has yielded results for both sides. Scott, she didn't quite have a good grip of the basketball.
How strong was Weichman with that ball after the board?
Oh, Nienheiser had a good chance. How about Weichman? You're right, she's not the biggest player out there, but she is stepping up.
That was nothing but sheer determination, getting that second offensive rebound and going strong back to the rack.
The foul shot in for Weichman. All right, Tibbetts with 3, was waiting to get the call on who that was on. Both foul shots dropped through for Weichman, who's lifting her team with a team-high 13.
Two-possession game with just about 2.5 left.
Tightening things up a little bit. Whistle against Nienheiser, her first, or rather second, but that is the 4th team foul on the Patriots. The next one puts the Crusaders at the line.
Adams Central just saying this man-to-man full court pressure. Nothing fancy.
Moody. No shot clock in Class C. And there's the foul. It's on Weichman, her 4th. And 2 shots coming for the Crusaders.
Yeah, I don't mind being aggressive like that far away from the rim. That's kind of what got Adams Central to this point, is their strong defense. But you're that far away from the rim. And Weichman, she doesn't really have too many more fouls to give up. That was her 4th.
GICC, a 64% foul shooting team. Moody, one of the best at 75%. And that looks smooth.
Boy, that was true nothing but nylon.
So Weichman has 4 fouls for Adams Central. Mazer has 4 fouls for GICC.
Still a 2-possession game, but this puts a little bit more pressure on Adams Central, thinking about that 3 ball.
Against the man-to-man of the Crusaders. Nienheiser has been shut down today, and Mazer gets in her way there. Scott seals Moody. The shot from Nienheiser is off the mark.
Good look.
Good rebound by Consbrook. Here's Scott. Spins the wrong way.
Yep.
She thought Moody was on her other shoulder, and a travel.
Yeah, defense just kind of shifted on her. She wasn't ready for it. She had a clear path had she spun the opposite direction.
And a foul in the backcourt. The Patriots are playing the long game here, hoping the Crusaders miss, but that's not the player to foul. Lancaster picked up her 4th. Moody to the line. Again, a 75% foul shooter. That is the best percentage on the team for GICC.
And when you have a player like Riddle Moody, you know, your starting point guard, upperclassman, the ball just tends to find her in these situations, and that's what you're seeing.
Coach Kevin Mayfield's group trailed 35-34. Couple of 2.5 minutes in here in the 4th quarter, but they have turned it on since. Found some offense, a spark from Maggie Herbeck, and now Moody cashing in at the line to build it back to an 8-point cushion. Open look. Back iron from Samuelson. How about Consbrook? She's been all over the offensive glass.
We've been calling her name for all sorts of plays throughout here. Big impact off the bench.
Patriots are running out of time. They need some shots to drop, and Nienheiser just hasn't been able to do it. She hasn't made a field goal all day. A 34% three-point shooter on this season, and just 2 points this evening.
Look at Moody with those handles, looking to dribble this one out.
She didn't want to get rid of that ball. She wants back at the line. Instead, it's going to be Avery O'Boyle. And that's it for Gracie Weichman. Excellent ball game. 12 team high points, but fouls out with 65 seconds to play.
Yeah, and just the determination, I mentioned it a moment ago, her tracking down a couple offensive rebounds, you know, kind of keeping her team in this one late.
O'Boyle with the miss. 67% free throw shooter. Nine-point game. Patriots need a lot to go their way now. And O'Boyle called for the reach.
You know, it's been a game of runs, right? Back and forth, seesaw style of game, especially in that first half. But when it had to happen down the stretch, GICC appeared to just have one more in them than their opposition, Adams Central.
Timeout taken. GICC wants to make sure they execute to salt this one away. 52.5 seconds left here on the Midway CDJ scoreboard. We'll close it out after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Grand Island Central Catholic called timeout. They're trying to finish off one of the best victories of the season in Class C1. Moody steps in front of that. And Nienheiser to the hoop. It's not her night. Mazer is there to affect the shot. And now Moody will head to the line with 42 seconds.
Boy, you said it just has not been her night and hasn't been the Patriots' night. I mean, they got away with getting a ball thrown into a double team. They're batted away by Moody, got it back, but just unable to finish at the rim.
Grand Island Central Catholic with a win over Minden earlier this year, a top 10 team, but this will be the most impressive victory yet for this third-ranked group. It's going to look a little bit more lopsided than the game was. This was a one, maybe two possession game for the entire game until the last 3 minutes.
Oh, what a move.
Megan Scott just rolls off. Perfect drive. Well, you see how she's been so dominant this season, but not on that play.
Nice job kicking it back out, salting this one away. Solid performance from GICC.
What a way to head into your Centennial Conference tournament. One of the best conferences in the state. GICC will be heading there with a signature win. Adams Central, they left it all on the court. They take the L in this one to fall to 11-3. GICC improves to 13-1. What a fantastic ball game between a pair of top 10 teams. You can see how they got to this place in the season. And it's the Crusaders who win their 5th in a row over the Patriots. Stick around. Up next, we'll visit with head coach Kevin Mayfield and also chat with our player of the game. That's all ahead of the boys contest. You won't want to miss that. Coming your way next, right here on News Channel Nebraska.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Auto is proud to be community-driven. And by News Channel Nebraska. Check us out on Twitter at NCN Sports.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
All righty, joined now by head coach Mayfield. This was a really close game with Adams Central. Seesaw type of an affair in that first half. What are your initial thoughts, takeaways? You were able to make one more run down the stretch.
That was it. That was a huge part there in the fourth quarter, and I'm just happy we won. I mean, that's two great programs. We both got a lot of respect for each other. I love those girls. They play hard, and looking forward to playing them again.
You guys made a couple adjustments during the halftime break, kind of had a different look offensively coming out. What was said during that halftime?
We weren't executing our zone offense very well, so we changed it up a little bit, and that was a big deal. And just our mindset, we weren't playing very confident. We were kind of making some lazy passes and passing up open shots. So I think we just adjusted our mindset, and we did adjust the offense a little bit.
Talk about being a game of runs. Adams Central went on a run, got up on top of you guys in that third quarter, 35-34. You called a quick timeout. Then it was all you guys after that. What was that key turning point?
Well, I usually don't say a lot to the girls, but I kind of chewed their tails out a little bit there. But that just shows that their mental toughness. They responded and did a good job with that. We just needed to get refocused and not play scared.
And what can you tell me about tonight's player of the game, Miss Herbeck? You know, offense wasn't always easy, but at key moments, I felt she hit a couple of big threes for you guys.
She did. And we got 5 girls that they all do that on every different nights. It's been every one of them. Tonight was her night. She played great. She just needs to keep being confident in herself and keep playing hard. She's a tremendous player.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game, Maggie Herbeck. Career high 15 points and 3 made triples at key times. What are your initial thoughts after pulling off a really exciting win here over Adams Central?
I'm really excited. They're a really good team, and we knew that we needed to come in and start off strong if we were going to be able to come through with the win.
Adams Central plays really good defense, obviously causing some problems. What was it that got you kind of riled up there? You stepped up in some big moments and made some big threes when the offense wasn't quite working.
We just needed to make some smart passes and be able to share the ball around, and that's what really helped us.
What does a win like this do for you guys? You had kind of a little bit of a layoff there, then you come back and knock off a really good top-ranked team like Adams Central.
It's really great. It's helping us get our confidence back and being able to push together as a team and just work together really well.
I thought you guys had great chemistry and balance down the stretch. You're able to close it out. What was said during a couple of those last timeouts as Coach Mayfield is trying to settle you guys down?
He told us we need to slow down and just do what we can do and let us control what we can control.
Well, congratulations on a big win here at home.
Thank you.
All righty, Michael, let's send it back to you up in the booth to wrap this one up.
Well, thank you very much, Andy. What a fantastic basketball game. The final score not going to do it justice on the Aurora Cooperative and Midway CDJ scoreboard, 50-39. Let's see how it went down this evening. Your top plays brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto, Grand Island's premier dealership, and by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. A top 10 battle in Class C1, a Central Nebraska clash. Grand Island Central Catholic ranked number 3, hosting number 8, Adams Central. Well, full disclosure, our monitor not working. I can't see these highlights, but I can tell you how the game happened. GICC able to open up a 6-2 lead on the strength of strong post play by Carolyn Mazer. But like they did all game until the very end, Adams Central had an answer. They unloaded 7 straight points to lead 9-6, and the teams traded blows to finish out the first quarter 16-14. Second quarter action was a lot slower going offensively. In the first 5 minutes of the quarter, the teams combined for 4 total points. It was Adams Central who finished the strongest in that period, a 6-0 run to take a 22-21 lead at halftime. The leading scorer, Gracie Weichman, with 6 for AC. Second half action, and they're trading blows once again. Adams Central got a 3 to open up the period, their biggest lead of 4 points. GICC finally able to get back in front 32-28 and took a 34-31 cushion heading to the fourth quarter. The Patriots start the quarter strong once again. They do so with a bucket or actually just 2 two-point field goals to lead 35-34. GICC didn't score for the first 2:45 of the fourth quarter, but then the Crusaders went off. A 9-0 run to take the 43-35 lead, and they coasted down the stretch with made foul shots to win it 50-39. The player of the game, Maggie Herbeck. The junior poured in a career-high 3 three-pointers and finished with a career-high 15 points. Brindle Moody chipped in 16, and Avery O'Boyle had 11 for GICC. The Patriots fall to 11-3. The Crusaders are 13-1. Oh, what a great basketball game. We certainly hope the boys can equal what we saw in the girls' contest. And there's no reason to think it won't. They're not top 10 foes, but they're hungry for wins. Both sides think they can make some noise in sub-district and district play and have a chance to find their way to Lincoln via postseason success. We have Adams Central and Grand Island Central Catholic in boys basketball coming next on News Channel Nebraska.
It's a winter
wonderland of savings at Schaefer's. Update your home for the new year with fresh appliances, a plush new mattress, and high-def TV. Save on Schaefer's huge in-stock selection of Whirlpool and Maytag washers and dryers, including Whirlpool's all-new washers with 2-in-1 removable agitator or Maytag's Pet Pro washer that removes 5 times more pet hair. Buy a pair and get a $100 rebate. It's a winter wonderland of savings now at Schaefer's.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.